Good morning, everyone! So for today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some Korean beauty dupes that I found of Sephora Bestseller. So these are products that have been very popular on YouTube, and I was able to find some Korean beauty dupes because number one, we all know a lot of times Korean beauty and makeup tends to be a lot more affordable, and number two, I have a lot of experience when it comes to both Korean beauty and Western beauty products, so I feel like I was able to get some good dupes here to share with you guys, and yeah. I think that's all I have to say. Let's just get started. Alright, so working our way down, the first dupe that I have is for eyebrows. I love Anastasia at Beverly Hills eyebrow products, however, they're quite expensive. And in particular, the Brow Wiz has been all over YouTube. You see a lot of your favorite beauty gurus using this product, so I actually personally use the Brow Wiz in soft brown. I also use my dip brow in soft brown. And I found that this Holika Wonder Drawing Skinny Eyebrow Pencil is very similar to this. Now, I do have to give a shout out because who actually introduced me to this first was my friend Leah Yu here on YouTube, and she actually gifted me a couple of these Holika Wonder Drawing Skinny Eyebrows, saying that they're very similar to the Anastasia version, so I actually went out and bought the Anastasia version to see, and they're pretty much identical. The only difference obviously is shade, but how they perform is pretty much exactly the same. They hold your eyebrow in place, they're very precise, the application is very easy, and they make your eyebrows look very defined and perfected. Also, one difference I will point out is that Anastasia comes with a spoolie at the end, so if that's a make or break, just keep that in mind. But if you're looking for a cheaper alternative for the Anastasia one, because I know Anastasia is fairly expensive, the Holika Wonder Drawing Skinny Eyebrow is very similar, and the one that I have is in dark brown, so if you're curious, I do have the soft brown Anastasia in my right eyebrow, and I do have the Holika dark brown in my left eyebrow. So can you see a difference? I don't think so. And moving on to another eye product, you guys might have seen my beauty battle breakdown of pen eyeliners, and in that I compared a bunch of different pen eyeliners. I showed you guys how dark they were compared to each other, how waterproof they are, how long lasting, all that kind of good stuff. And from that, I have to say, after testing all of those pen liners one by one and against each other, the Kat Von D Tattooed Liner is very, very similar to the Heroin Make Smooth Liquid Eyeliner in waterproof. Now, both of these are very popular in their own right. Obviously, Kat Von D's Tattoo Liner has gotten a lot of popularity on YouTube, and the Heroin Make one has a lot of popularity in kind of the cult Asian beauty realm. So both of these in their own right have definitely paved their way and kind of made their own name. But you guys, these are so similar. Now, both of these are pen eyeliners, so both of these kind of have the brush tips. If I had to pick, I do like the Heroin Make more, but as far as how they perform immediately when you apply them, how they look on the eyes, they're pretty much identical. I do have to say that the Heroin Make is also more affordable. I get mine from Amazon, which I will link down below. I will also link all these other products down below in the description box in case you're curious. But yeah, if I had to pick, I would pick the Heroin Make, but these are so identical, you guys. They're pretty much hard to detect the differences. Now, moving on to some other products that I did a beauty battle breakdown on is these primers. So this is from Benefit, and this is the POREFESSIONAL, which I have on the right side of my face, and this is from ARITAUM, and this is the Pore Master Sebum Control Primer. Now, obviously, as you can tell, the packaging is very similar. I actually have the ARITAUM Pore Master Sebum Control Primer in the old packaging, so now it looks even more similar to the Benefit one, but these formulas are pretty much identical. They even smell the same, and like I said, I do have a full beauty battle breakdown if you guys are curious to see a full-blown East versus West as far as getting better close-ups and a full day's wear of both the primers on each side of my face. I will definitely link that down below as well. But these are so similar, but the price difference makes all the difference. So of course we know that the Benefit one, it's a little bit more expensive. However, the ARITAUM one is like a fourth of the price. So again, you can find this online, and even shipping it is way cheaper than buying the Benefit one. These are literally one of the most perfect dupes I have ever found. Now this concealer is one of my favorite concealers, and I was delighted when I found another concealer that kind of was a good dupe for it, and it is the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer, and I wear the shade Medium 1 Custard. Now as we all know, NARS tends to be a little bit more expensive, so like I said, I was excited when I found this guy here. Now this is from Clio, and this is the Kill Cover Pro Artist Liquid Concealer, and I wear shade 4BO. Bonk. Now I love both of these for under my eyes because they offer so much coverage and they look amazing when you blend them out. They just give you an amazing highlight underneath the eyes. I just really like how easy these are to work with. And like I said, these not only work well under the eyes, but they work well on pimples and zits. They offer high coverage, and they're both just amazing, amazing concealers. Of course, the Clio one is going to be a little bit more affordable, so that's definitely a bonus point for the Kill Cover concealer from Clio. I will say that the Kill Cover is actually slightly more liquidy than the Radiant Creamy Concealer. However, if you're kind of like me and you sometimes have an issue with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer kind of being a little bit too dry on your dry season, say during the winter, or when you're just having a little bit more dry skin than usual, the Kill Cover is kind of a good alternative for that. So it's actually nice that this is slightly more creamy or watery than the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, which is probably why I prefer the Clio one over the NARS concealer. But as far as coverage goes, as far as how they look on the skin, as far as how long they last, these are pretty much identical. So I would definitely recommend the Clio Kill Cover if you're looking for a Korean alternative to the NARS one, or if you're looking for something that's slightly more affordable. So I also did a beauty battle breakdown on this. I hope this isn't too repetitive for you guys, but I did find some other dupes that I have mixed in this video. But this is the Makeup Forever HD Foundation versus the HERA HD Perfect Foundation. Now these are very, very similar. The only difference that I can really tell when I apply these is the shade difference, because obviously they do differ in shades a little bit. I have Y315 in my Makeup Forever HD foundation, and in my HERA HD Perfect Foundation, I wear shade 23. So the HERA one is slightly lighter, however for wintertime it's perfect, and this is kind of like my summertime foundation. These are almost identical. I will say that the HERA one does have a tiny bit more coverage. And in all honesty, the price point is pretty much the same in these two, so it really just goes on what minute differences you're going to prefer. But if you're looking for maybe a Korean or Asian equivalent to the Makeup Forever HD foundation, I would definitely say that the HERA HD Perfect Foundation is a good match. Now this is another dupe where you are going to save a lot of money, and this is because we are looking at Makeup Forever versus Innisfree. Now this is the Makeup Forever HD Powder, and this is the Innisfree No Sebum Mineral Powder. Now both of these are silica based powders, so both of these are extremely finely milled. They work well on any skin type. They just go on beautifully. They don't cake up. They look good in pictures that are not flash photography. So these are both great powders. However, the Makeup Forever one, of course, is much more expensive than the Innisfree one. This Innisfree one is $5 to $6, even online. They look the same, they perform the same, they do the same type of function, and so it just makes much more sense in my head to stock up on the Innisfree one. So this is definitely somewhere where you can save money and you're pretty much getting exactly the same thing. Now these next two products are kind of funny because number one, I hit pan on both of these and I was kind of like, why do I like these so much? And then it hit me. Because they're pretty much exactly the same product. So these are literally the only two bronzers that I have hit pan on, and these are the two bronzers when I'm looking to contour my face or I'm just looking to add a little bit more color to my skin. These are the two bronzers that I'm reaching for. And this is from Benefit, and this is their Hula bronzer, and this is from Too Cool for School, and this is their Art Class by Rodin bronzer. Now obviously Hula is one-toned and the Too Cool for School bronzer is three-toned. However, when you actually kind of blend them together, which is how I apply these bronzers, they are identical, and that's exactly why I was hitting pan on both of them and using these so frequently, is because these are just universally such nice bronzers. They're the perfect shade for contouring, and they're also the perfect shade for bronzing. They're not orange, they're matte, they're beautiful on the skin. They are just so smooth and amazing. Now this is one of those cases where you're gonna save yourself a couple bucks because the Too Cool for School Art Class by Rodin bronzer is a couple dollars cheaper than the Hoola bronzer from Benefit. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed my Korean beauty dupes of some of Sephora's bestsellers. If you guys have any that you have found yourself or you've experienced personally, definitely leave it in the comment section down below and I will happily check them out or investigate myself. As always, I hope you guys are happy and healthy, and don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!